Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. We got another reaction for you. And this time it's a $280 million worth CEO pretends to be poor for true love, leaves the woman ashamed. This is on China's Social Trends channel. My first time coming across this page. This video's got over 1.9 million views. And I want to see what it's about. It's like, if anybody's ever seen the movie Coming to America, this is the IRL version of Coming to America. Anybody's ever seen Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, when he was a African prince and decided to come to Queens, New York to find his queen. She's your queen to be. Yes. This is the IRL version of that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start this video and see what the story was like. Let's go.
In 2014, a cement king...
Turn the volume up a little bit. Let's go.
In 2014, a cement king worth 2 billion yuan, approximately $280 million, quietly participated in a dating show. This middle-aged man dressed simply and looked ordinary. When stepping onto the stage, he got straight to the point. I come from a background as a construction worker. People jokingly call me the Cement King. My job is both dirty and tiring, but the salary is decent. I can earn 400 to 500 yuan, about...
Oh my goodness. He came right on stage and said how much he was allegedly making to see who was going to give him a chance. Yo, this dude is genius. You ever seen Undercover Boss? He took on that ideal to be an undercover boss, but not for his employees. He wanted to find true love, bro. Like, that's the reality of life in this day and age. Like, it is extremely difficult to find true love, man. Somebody who really cares about you. And I think the reason being is because, bro, our lives are in turmoil and chaos because nobody can really afford to live. That's what it is. The cost of living is so astronomical nowadays. We don't have it in us to love. Like, all the love has been drained out because our life force is being drained. It feels like when your quality of life is no good, all the quality of your personhood takes a dive. You know what I mean? Like, you can't interact with people the way you want to. It's hard to trust people. You're barely making ends meet. You're stressed about bills. If you got kids, it's even worse. You know what I mean? So there's so many distractions and so many things that take you off your square to where you can't focus on anything but the problems in your life. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like adding another person into your life. It's like, what type of stress is that going to come with? What type of person are they going to be? Like, are they going to be encouraging, supportive, or are they just going to be there to take whatever they can from you before it's time for them to leave? Like, you know what I mean? I like this idea that this man had. This man was the CEO of the company. He's the CEO of the company. He came in and said, yeah, I'm a construction worker. My job's a little dirty. I earn like 400 to 500 yuan. I don't really know what the exchange rate. I don't know how much money that is in American dollars. But this man really tried to find somebody to really love him. Bro, let's continue this, man.
About 55 to 70 USD per day.
Okay.
If I only take 2 days off a month, I can earn up to 15,000 yuan, about 2,100 US dollars. As for the future, I hope to lead my own team and establish a renovation and interior decoration company. I'm almost 40 years old now. I hope to find an honest and hard-working woman so the two of us can strive together, pursue our dreams together, and take care of my elderly parents together. Thank you. everyone. When his self-introduction ended, many female guests immediately turned off their lights.
Damn, bro. Damn. They was not feeling that, bro. He said, "Look, I can earn a decent salary, $2,100 if I, really go hard." And the shorties was like, "Nah, not good enough. Nah." All they heard was the money, bro. All they heard was the money. So the westernization of the world has happened. The westernization of the world has happened, or it's just the economy over there where they're at in China, I suppose, is just no good. But see, this man, he's not dealing with that. He's just pretending to play that role to see who would really give him a chance, bro. And they said that most of the women turned their lights off, meaning they not interested. Bro, that's crazy, man. It ain't no love out here, shorty. It is not no love out here, bro. Let's continue.
One of them laughed scornfully and said, "Construction work is dirty and smelly, and the pay isn't high. Working hard every day like that, and still not earning much money, yet dreaming of opening a renovation company? That's just daydreaming. And on top of that, you want someone else to take care of your parents? Tell me, are you here to find love or to find a free nanny?" Many
Savage. Savage. Now, me personally, if I was there, I would have left the part about my parents out. I can take care of my parents myself, but I wouldn't have put that in there. But that's crazy that she really harped on that point and said, "Oh, you just looking for a nanny. You're not trying to find true love. You're trying to find a nanny." You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, man, how callous and self-centered some of these women can be, bro. I thought it was just in America. I've given up on dating. I'm not even worried about it. I'm just trying to survive, shorty. I'm just trying to survive. Life is that difficult for me right now. I'm not even thinking about sex. I'm not thinking about a relationship, love, marriage. I'm not thinking about none of those things. I'm just thinking about how I can make it to next week, how I can make it till tomorrow, bro. But see, this man, he's in a position where he can change your life. He didn't say, "Oh, girl, I could change your life." I guarantee you, if he came on there and was talking about, "Yeah, I earn $280 million a year," all the women would have been like, "Oh," they would have been fighting for him. They would have been fighting for this man if he would have came out with that. But he said, "Nah, I'm just a humble man, earning a humble living, trying to make a way, and I got dreams and hopes of doing a renovation company one day." Bro, that's crazy, man. I like what he did. Because he wanted to see the reality. He didn't want to see a fake facade, somebody trying to use him for everything he's got. He just wanted to know who really would give him a chance. And sadly, nobody did. And it's because a lot of people are living in poverty. Everybody's trying to find an escape route. And women are going to look towards men who make a lot of money to be their escape. But see, a man who makes a lot of money, he can have his pick of the litter. He can dib and dab with this one and that one. He don't have to take none of y'all serious because he knows what y'all really want at the end of the day. But man, we only, like, it's crazy. We not even 2 minutes in this video and I've been talking for over 5-6 minutes because this is insane, bro. Let's continue.
The other women nodded in agreement. Hearing that, the male guest looked slightly angry, but only smiled in a plain, sincere way. "I'm not asking you to take care of them for free. I will hand over my entire monthly salary for you to manage. I also have savings. My daily expenses are low. Just giving me 800 yuan, 110 USD, per month is enough. Besides, my parents raised me with great difficulty. Now they're old, and I'm busy with work. What's wrong with helping take care of them a little?" Seeing that scene, not only the women on stage, but even some in the audience began whispering among themselves. One woman said, "Why would someone like that go on a dating show? Where did he get the courage? He should just go find a nanny through a domestic agency." Then, One female guest immediately stood up to argue back. Was it easy for his parents to raise him? Is it easy for any parents to raise children? His
I just gotta say one thing. Some of these women on this dating show look really good. No, seriously, like some of these girls look really good. I can't even deny it. Some of them look really good. And I've never really been attracted to Asian women like that. But the way they got these girls dressed up and dolled up, like man, they look good. Just thought I'd put that out there.
parents are old now. Won't my parents grow old too? I'm also an only daughter, and I have the responsibility to care for my parents too. That just means we're not a match. After saying that, she turned off her light. The male guest still didn't show any embarrassment or awkwardness from being rejected. He humbly replied, "It's okay. You have your own difficulties. I understand." Then he turned to ask the woman next to him, "May I ask girl number 11, what do you think of me?" Girl number 11 neither rushed nor acted cold, but asked in a bored tone, "What is your level of education?"
See, he asked number 11 because that's who he was feeling. That's who caught his eye. You know what I mean? Out of the women who still had their lights on, she was one of the ones that caught his eye. That's why he went direct. He said, "Well, what do you think of me, number 11? How you feeling me? I mean, what's up? I'm trying to make a connection. Like, I like number 11 over there. She kind of fly. Like, I like the way she dressed up. I like her style and all that. I'm trying to see what she's about." Shoot, let's see what 11 said.
Why would you choose a job that's both dirty and exhausting like construction work? The man answered honestly, "My family was poor since I was a child. I was a late-born child to my parents, who never left the mountain village in their lives. It was very hard for them to raise me. After completing 9 years of compulsory education, I didn't study further. I went out to work, but people said I was too young, didn't have a degree or any skills, so I could only do manual labor at construction sites. Tiling, bricklaying, carpentry. As long as it paid, I did it. Later, I refused to accept a mediocre life. I saved up a little to self-study for the university entrance exam, but I had been away from school for too long and couldn't catch up, so I gave up." Before girl number 11 could respond, a blunt female guest interrupted, "Sorry, I know you've had a hard life, but I've grown up in a big city since I was little. Maybe we're not from the same social class and don't share any common ground." Unexpectedly, the man, who had maintained a calm attitude until now, could no longer hold back and got angry.
This where it get good, huh? This where it get good. He said he could hold back no longer. Is this when he dropped the bomb? When he tell him like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry for lying to y'all. I earn $280 million a year, and I own the construction company that I'm talking about working at. How you like me now? How you like me now?"
"I wasn't talking to you. Why are you butting in? I admit I don't have much education, but this is a democratic society. Out of 360 professions, any one of them can produce excellence. Right now, I'm a cement worker, but that doesn't mean I'll always be one. What gives you the right to look down on my profession? Yes, I'm a cement worker, dirty and smelly. But who says I don't have an interesting soul? You say there's nothing to talk about with me. Well, I have nothing to say to you either. I have my own plans and ideals. In the future, I plan to open my own renovation company and start a business. Do you really not respect the work I do? May I ask, what do you do for a living?"
See, that's crazy, right? He put it all out on the table. He said, "Look, I'm a hardworking man. I'm trying to find real love. This is what I make. These are my goals for the future." Bro, and it seemed like all of them unanimously was like, "Hell no, bro. We don't want nothing you offering. You can't change my life So I don't want you to change my clothes. I don't want you to see me naked. You don't get the satisfaction of getting me to the bed if you can't make my life better. Bro. Everything is transactional, shorty. Everything is transactional because life has gotten so difficult and rough for the average person all over the world. Everybody's just looking for a come up, bro. Everybody's just looking for a come up, whether that's through a man or a woman, a partner, or a business venture, or just winning the lottery or something. Everybody's looking for a come up, bro. No wonder it's difficult for the average man to find a woman to procreate with, bro. Cause they out here looking for men who have it all together. They have money out the ass. That's what they look. They looking for somebody who can change their life, bro. They are not looking for somebody to love them, to cherish them, to help them out. They looking for somebody to take care of everything. They don't want to work no more. And I can understand that because, man, working is soul draining. It truly is. But, yo, all in all, these women are ruthless, bro. Let's take it back just a little bit. He said, you don't respect the work I do. Let's take it back and listen to the rest of this.
Open my own renovation company and start a business. Do you really not respect the work I do? May I ask? What do you do for a living? The male guest asked. The female guest was not one to back down and sharply responded, I'm not looking down on your job, but you're like a tractor, just not suited for city life. You're simply not a match for the urban environment. I work as a liquor sales promoter in a bar. Although the base salary isn't high, if I meet generous customers who order a lot of drinks, the commission is quite considerable. Just one of my Cartier bracelets costs 20,000 to 30,000 yuan.
And here she go talking about the worth of the material things that she has, bro. Here she go talking about the worth of the material things that she has. Oh, God. It's all about money to them, bro. All they see is money. They see nothing else, bro. If you don't have the money, they're not looking, bro. They are not looking your way, bro. It's that real. It's that savage, bro. If you're somebody watching this video and you have a significant other, in spite of you not being well off or wealthy or anything like that, consider yourself lucky, whether you met them in high school or y'all knew each other all your life, or y'all just fell in love by happenstance or whatever. Bro, consider yourself lucky, because there are a lot of people in this world who probably will never find somebody who really gives a rat's ass about them personally. That's real talk, man. And this dating show just proves it, bro. I can't wait till he dropped the bomb on their ass, bro. I cannot wait.
Approximate 2,800 to 4,200 US dollars, which is already equivalent to 2 months of your salary. After saying that, she immediately turned off her light, not giving the male guest any chance to respond. Hearing this, the male guest was extremely angry and snapped back. My job may not be as glamorous as yours, but I came here today to find a girlfriend. I didn't expect that you came here to find someone rich. You're willing to spend 1 or 2 months of my salary just to buy luxury goods and dress yourself up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You so concerned with image and money and personal gain that you do not have the faculty or the wherewithal to love someone. Look how money has ruined everything in our lives, bro. Look how money has ruined the human connection from one sex to another, bro. Just look at this. He's saying you just want to spend my 2 months salary to buy yourself luxury goods and dress. Not trying to survive. Not trying to make our lives better. You want to take this hard-earned money that I made just to dress yourself up, just to look like you have more than you actually do. Priorities, bro. Their priorities are so out of whack. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me a little break. You won't even notice I'm gone. And I'll be right back. I need something more to drink. I drank all my juice. Alright, we back. So let's get back. Man, these women are brutal, man. These women are savage. But, you know what I mean? Like, what do you expect? So let's continue.
With that kind of spending, I truly can't keep up. My salary may not be much, but it's money earned with my own two hands. Clean, honest, not stolen, not cheated. What gives you the right to look down on my profession? He continued, looking at your luxurious clothes and your full makeup. Who knows what kind of people you associate with on the outside? Or what kind of person you really are on the inside?
Facts. Facts. Because you're trying to put on all this extra stuff to hide who you really are. You're trying to make yourself look like a socialite. You're trying to make yourself look like you're more important because you got Cartier bracelets or whatever you got on. Like, bro, like, see, men, we don't care about all that stuff. We just want to know what kind of person you are. We want to know what type of heart is beating in your chest. We want to know who you are, not what you have, not what your net worth is, not what your education level is. We just want to know who you are deep down inside in your heart, bro. That's all we want to know. Like, we will work hard as we can to earn a living, to support our lifestyle. Like, as men, we're conditioned and raised up to be like this. Like, we want, like, deep down inside, every man wants to provide for a woman and a family. You know what I mean? Deep down inside, that's really what we want to do. We want to raise kids, and, we want to procreate, pass our genes on. But the way the world is today, like, women are only concerned with money, bro. And they're making money of their own. They're making money of their own. See, like, when I think back to the era of life where women didn't work, you know what I mean? They were stay-at-home wives and stuff like that. I think the world was a better place. Because when women came into the workforce, the dynamic of man and woman relationships changed ever drastically. The independent woman movement, feminism, and all that stuff, like, it really completely ruined the relationships of men and women together, bro. This is just the aftermath of all of that. Because a man is supposed to be a provider and protector, but your duties are taken away from you if the woman can provide for herself. She's not looking for a provider anymore. Maybe just a protector. Maybe not even that. She can probably protect herself because she can get a firearm. She can get a stun gun. Like, she can learn martial arts and learn how to defend herself. Women do not need men in the sense that they used to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just want a man. It's not a need anymore. It's just a want. And if they want to have kids or not, you don't know. A lot of women don't want to have kids these days because it's hard to survive. You would make it even harder if you bring kids into the world, especially if you have a mate that isn't going to stick with you. You know what I mean? But I don't really know too much about relationships. I haven't really been in a dating market for some years now. And I'm not excited or anxious to get back into it. I'm not. I just want to live my life in peace. But it's interesting to watch what the average man is going through nowadays, bro. It is so interesting to see this thing play out. And you know what? The powers that be, they wanted it to be like this. It's all by design, bro. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at.
You say there's nothing to talk about with me. Well, I also have nothing to say to you. I have my own plans and ideals. In the future, I want to open my own renovation company and start a business. Seeing that the tension on stage was rising, the host quickly stepped in to ease the situation. You said you want to open a renovation company. May I ask how long you expect it will take before it becomes a reality and starts turning a profit? The male guest replied honestly, right now, I haven't saved enough. I might need to work another 1 or 2 years and then borrow some capital. As for profitability, I've been in this industry for many years. I understand the whole process, and I already have a certain customer base. Once the company is up and running, making a profit is only a matter of time. At that moment, another female guest raised a question. You say you don't have enough capital to start your company, yet you're looking for a girlfriend. If it leads to marriage, then when are you planning to buy a house or a car? The male guest responded, at the moment, I don't plan to buy a house or a car. I'll wait until my career is stable and then make those decisions. After hearing that, several more female guests turned off their lights.
Damn, shorty. Damn. They really not feeling what my man's saying, bro. They is not trying to hear it, bro. Every time he open up his mouth, more of the women shut the light off and say, nope, not interested. Not this time, buddy. Better luck next time. Try someone else, not me. Bro, every time he open his mouth, more women turn off the light, bro. That's crazy, bro. This is what the average man has to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like a 20v1 in the opposite way. 1 versus 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there is no winning in this world today, bro. You may feel like you winning, but nobody's really winning, bro. Nobody's really winning. We're all looking for love. Whether you're rich or poor, it's extremely difficult to find it. That's why I'm not even trying to find it. If it finds me, good. If it don't find me, that's also good. I'm just going to be a lonely loner trying to survive in this chaotic world. It's just not in the cards for men like me. It's just not in the cards.
The host stepped in again to smooth the atmosphere. You say you're not planning to buy a house or a car just yet. In your view, how long will it take for your career to succeed? You should at least give everyone some kind of promise, so they have something to believe in. The male guest answered, at least 5 years. But as long as the company does well, things like a house or a car won't be a problem anymore. At this point, only one female guest still had her light on. She spoke up. Anyone can dream and talk big. You're already nearly 40 years old, and now you say you need another 5 years to work hard. That's just a slim ray of hope. I advise you to become successful first, then come back to find a girlfriend. That would be better for both sides. Besides, if I marry you, I'd have to take care of your elderly parents as well. That really isn't fair to any woman. After saying that, she too turned off her light. By now, all 24 female guests had turned off their lights.
So it was a 1v24. He had 24 potential candidates, and they all shut him down unanimously. Some waited a little longer to see, what he really had or what he was really talking about. But ultimately, they all shut him down, bro. It's 5 minutes left in the video. Let's see how it ends.
Unfortunately, I wasn't the one who stayed by your side in the end. As the familiar tune played, it became clear that this episode wasn't meant for that young man either. No one wanted to commit to someone who only spoke of dreams but held nothing in his hands. Just
Materialistic. They all materialistic, evident by the woman talking about how much her bracelets were worth. Materialistic, material wealth. That's the only concern that they have, bro. They can harp on the point about him talking about his elderly parents, but they wasn't thinking about it. They wasn't going to help him do none of that. They want to know, what can you do for me? I need to know, what can you do for me? That's what they were looking for. And because he didn't show them or prove to them that he can do anything, they just exited him out. They said, nah, no thanks. Crazy.
When everyone thought the show was over, a shocking twist left the entire studio stunned. The host revealed the man's true identity. He really did start as a cement worker, but that was only the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey. Through self-study and with the rapid growth of the real estate industry, his small renovation company transformed and successfully won a bid for a piece of land. That piece of land was later rezoned by the city government as part of an economic development plan. Today, that very area has become the city's most expensive central business district. The real estate project he invested in and developed there is now worth over 2 billion yuan, approximately 280 million US dollars. When the host finished speaking, all the female guests on stage turned pale.
Yes. Yes. And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Oh, it is ours for the taking. It's ours for the fight. Oh my God. Once they found out this man is worth real money, oh my God. Once they found out this man was worth some real money, he said they all turned pale. They were shocked. They were flabbergasted, bewildered. Yes. Yes, King. Hold, you dropped this. Here's your crown, King. You dropped this.
But regret has no cure. Even if they felt sorry now, it was already too late. This 2014 episode later went viral across Chinese social media, drawing millions of views and comments. The story of a construction worker rejected by all 24 women, only to be revealed as the boss of a multi-billion yuan company, sparked heated debate. One side believed that the women on the show were too materialistic.
That's what I'm talking about. They're too materialistic. They're not worried about who you are. See, this is the opposing ideals of man versus woman. Women are looking for material wealth. Women are looking for support. Women are looking for somebody who can take care of their entire life. And men are just looking for someone who can take care of them. That's it. We're just looking for somebody who can ride with us. Somebody who can compliment us. Somebody who can encourage and love us. But when you got a guy who's already got it made, the woman don't got to do nothing but sit back in her femininity, or should I say her laziness, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. And you're probably not even going to be getting laid like that. This just putting it to you bluntly. She not going to be putting out. She not going to be caring if your emotional and physical needs are met. True love don't exist nowadays unless you're just one of the few lucky ones who gets to experience it in this day and age, bro. I have a friend who is married, and I believe that they have true love. I truly believe that they have true love. Q, you know I'm talking about you, man. But all my other friends are not married. They might have babies. They might got baby mamas, but nobody's married, bro. And it's because life is just lifing, bro. It's just not in the cards for most of us. We don't want that responsibility trying to take care of a whole nother woman who can take care of herself. We're not working together. We're just working to support her lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why marriage ain't working out in the West. But this video was made in 2014, bro. This video was posted 4 months ago, but this situation happened in 2014, bro. That was a decade ago. That was a decade ago, and it's still like this, bro. Can't win for losing.
Too quick to judge based on appearance, profession, and current finances. They overlooked the man's inner qualities, his dreams, and his tireless effort. This group felt that such superficiality and obsession with material things are causing many young people today to miss the chance to find sincere, genuine love. On the other hand, some believed that if they were in those women's shoes, they would feel the same. A middle-aged man who introduced himself as a cement worker with no degree, no home, no assets, saying he needed at least 5 years to build his business and still had elderly parents to care for, might not inspire confidence. For someone with no deep emotional connection to him, it would be hard to step into such a relationship. After all, love can't be built on kindness and sympathy alone. That's why many argued that the show was deliberately manipulating public opinion, portraying the female guests as shallow and materialistic, when in fact, reality is far more complex and nuanced. One question raised by viewers was, why is a person who just met you expected to share all your burdens and accept every hardship when there isn't even any emotional foundation yet? Is that really fair? Personally,
Well, when you look at it, of course. Like, bro, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Like, I have no emotional investment and we're trying to make a connection. This is not how dating is supposed to go. We're going on a talk show or a TV show or whatever to try to make something happen. We're trying to force a situation to come into existence. Neither of us have any emotional investment. Now, it's easier for a man to make a connection with a woman if she looks the part. If she looks like what I want, then I'm willing to work with her. You know what I'm saying? If she looks like what I find appealing, and to be honest with you, women don't really have to do much to be find appealing by the opposite sex. We're just naturally attracted to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to doll yourself up like that. There's a thing called natural beauty. And men are attracted naturally to a woman he thinks is beautiful. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Not everybody's going to find you beautiful or attractive. That's a fact. But the one who does, he's willing to work with you. Come hell or high water, I want to make this thing work with you, girl. But it's not the same for women, bro. They got a little bit more things they got to worry about when it comes to finding a partner or a mate. They want to make sure they're secure. They want to make sure their life is good. They want to make sure they're not going to have to worry or stress about things when they connect with you. But how can you quantify that? How can you really see that it's going to work out? Because he can change his mind at any given time. Like, you know what? This ain't working out. I think it's better we part ways. You know what I mean? It's all going to boil down to who the woman is. It don't matter if he's a millionaire or not. It's going to all boil down to who this woman is. And if she can put on a better front because he's got more money, make it easier for her to lean into the role, okay, sure, whatever. But that's not a real connection. That's not genuine. As men, we're looking for something genuine. We're not looking for a transactional type of love, bro. But it seems as though some of these women are. And that's why it's never, ever going to work, bro.
I believe the show provided too little information, leading to one-sided judgments. Whether two people can go far together doesn't rely only on initial emotions. It also depends on many factors like personality, values, family background, career, and education. If we imagine a woman who is educated, successful, and attractive, how likely is it that she would easily match with a man who only introduced himself as a cement worker without offering any other background? Probably not very likely. Of course, some women making harsh, judgmental remarks on national television wasn't appropriate. It could even be called rude and disrespectful. But this story also reflects an undeniable reality of modern society. Material wealth is becoming increasingly valued in relationships. And it's not just women. Men also often use material standards to judge one another. Still, if we only criticize women as being too materialistic today, that would be unfair. From both perspectives, women should learn to appreciate a man's character, integrity, and inner values. Those are the things that truly endure in a lasting marriage. And men, instead of blaming women for not wanting to endure hardship with them, should focus more on working hard, improving themselves, and building their own value. Because the values you build for yourself, those are the most precious things that will accompany you for the rest of your life. So what about you? Do you think the women on the show were too materialistic? If you were in their position, would you be willing to start a relationship with a man you just met, who has no assets, no education, but is full of dreams and determination? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We'd really love to know what you think. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
What I will do is I will most certainly leave this video a like, because this was very interesting. This was very interesting. Now, to answer the question about would I feel the same if I was in the shoes of them women, I don't know, bro. I don't know. The social conditioning makes us the way we are today, bro. We've been conditioned to want material wealth, all of us. All of us. But women are going to look to the man that they decide to partner up with, to be able to acquiesce that request, to be able to get them closer. You know what I'm saying? If he's not already there himself. Because everybody wants material wealth, bro. Don't get it twisted. Everybody wants it. But a man is not looking for a woman to help him achieve material wealth. But women most certainly are. That's the difference. That's the difference. A man is trying to get it on his own. He's not looking for a woman to help him get there. But women are looking for a man to help them get to the material wealth or the material gain that they desire. I thought this video was interesting. Very much so. So, with that being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.